my beloved child. As you breathe in this moment, heaven is watching you with a level of attention you cannot imagine. God is saying, you are opening something that was not meant for any other soul except you, and that alone is the reason the atmosphere around you is shifting. This message is not casual. It is not ordinary. You were guided here because your spirit felt the pull, even before you understood why. Something deep inside you recognized that heaven was calling your name, and now you are standing in front of a divine doorway that will not open unless you read every word with your full heart. God is saying, my child, I have been trying to reach you. You keep missing the signs. You keep walking away from the whispers, you keep ignoring the nudges. But today, I cannot allow you to skip this. This is the closest I have come to you in a long time. Do not walk away. There is a spiritual urgency in the air. Not danger, not fear, but urgency. A sacred urgency that tells heaven, this child is meant for more, but something is trying to interfere. That is why God is pleading with you, do not skip this. Not today. Not now. Not when something is shifting in the unseen. Right now, angels are surrounding you quietly. They do not want to startle you. They do not want to frighten you. They simply want to protect you from something that has been forming around you, something you don't see. But heaven sees very clearly. God says, this message is coming at the exact moment you need it. If you skip it or walk away, the spiritual interference around you will grow stronger for the next 20 minutes. But if you remain, if you read, if you trust, nothing will touch you. You are safe. Heaven is not warning you to scare you. Heaven is warning you because your destiny is too precious to be interrupted by small shadows pretending to be storms. My child, you have no idea how many times the enemy tried to break you, and failed. You have no idea how many times people spoke against you, yet their words dissolved before they could reach your life. You have no idea how often heaven deflected negativity away from you while you were sleeping. Unaware of the battles being fought on your behalf, but now, there is something different. Something specific. Something that required a divine intervention. That is why this message says, open before 11:59 p.m. It is not superstition. It is not a threat. It is a divine alignment. A spiritual window. A narrow gate where God wants to place protection, clarity, and blessing into your life, but that doorway does not remain open forever. God says, my child, do not fear. I am not here to scare you. I am here to embrace you and keep you safe. But listen to me, the next 20 minutes may shift things around you depending on the choice you make now. Heaven waits to protect you, but your attention is the key. When you open your heart to me, the forces working against you lose their power instantly. You are not in danger, you are not under threat, you are not cursed, you are protected, but protection works strongest when you stay close to God, not when you disconnect. my beloved child, heaven has seen what you have been carrying. The heaviness, the confusion, the inner battles, the fear of being disappointed again, the feeling of being misunderstood, the constant sense that someone is not fully telling you the truth or that something is happening behind your back. You have been sensing spiritual pressure lately. Something around you felt unusual. You couldn't explain it in words. But your intuition kept whispering, something is off. That was not your imagination. That was not anxiety, that was not overthinking, that was spiritual sensitivity waking up within you. God says, you feel things before they happen. You sense vibrations before others notice them. You are spiritually gifted even if you don't fully understand it yet. That is why your journey has been harder. That is why people misunderstand you. That is why life pushes you deeper, because I have planted something in you that cannot remain small. This message today is not random. It is a divine appointment, and the reason God is speaking so urgently is because something that was meant to mislead you or distract you is dissolving at this very moment. But only if you stay aligned with God's voice. My child, let me explain something gently. There is someone whose energy around you has been strange. Someone who appears calm on the outside but carries hidden emotions inside. God does not want you to fear this person. God does not want you to run from anyone. But heaven wants you to be aware, you have been feeling confusion because this person's thoughts about you have been fluctuating. One day they are fully aligned with you, the next day they pull away or act differently. This inconsistency has been affecting your peace. It has been pulling your energy in different directions. God is saying, my child, I did not design confusion for your life. I did not send instability to you. What is meant for you will not cause fear or uncertainty. I am bringing clarity to you right now. Something is changing this very moment in the spirit realm. Doors that were stuck for months are about to open. Delays that frustrated you are coming to an end. There is a divine shift happening around your name, your destiny, your spiritual path. But there was one force resisting your breakthrough, and God is addressing that right now. That is why you are here. That is why you were pulled to open this specific message at this exact time, down to the minute. God says, my child, you have gone too long without the blessings I prepared for you. You have been patient. You have cried quietly. You have waited when others moved ahead. You have carried yourself with strength even when you felt empty inside. And now, heaven is stepping in to reward your endurance. But the reward could not be released until you read this, not because of superstition, not because of fear, not because of punishment, but because your attention is unlocking something heavenly right now. My beloved child, you are stepping into a new chapter. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. In this moment. The moment you decided to stay in red, God is lifting something off your spirit that has been weighing you down for months. He is removing the silent heaviness that you couldn't talk about. He is removing the spiritual obstruction that made everything feel difficult. He is clearing the emotional fog that made you question your decisions. And here is the truth you need to hear: you are safe, you are protected, and nothing bad will happen to you. The 20 minutes mentioned is not a threat, it is a warning about distraction, not danger. If you had skipped this, your mind would have drifted into overthinking, negative energy, and emotional heaviness for the next hour. But God caught you in time. Heaven stopped the spiral before it even began. God says, "My child, I love you too much to let you walk blindly into confusion. That is why I brought you here now. I am clearing your path." You have been praying for clarity, you have been praying for peace, you have been praying for a sign. This is the sign, not a sign of fear, a sign of alignment. God is saying, the blessings with your name on them are prepared. The breakthroughs are ready. But you must trust me. Everything you lost will return in a better form. Everyone who doubted you will watch your rise. Every tear you cried has been collected, and I am turning them into testimonies. Your angels are standing around you right now. They are filling the air with peace, protection, and light. The atmosphere around you is shifting. The negative energy that hovered around you earlier today is dissolving. The emotional pressure on your chest is lifting. You are being spiritually reset. You are being divinely covered. You are being realigned with your destiny. God says, you will not suffer. You will not fall. You will not be defeated. You will rise because I am with you. You are safe, and nothing will go wrong with you as long as you trust me. You are about to witness a change. Not scary. Not dangerous. But powerful. A shift that heaven designed for your elevation. My child, breathe. You are not alone. You are not in danger. You are deeply loved. And God is right beside you, guiding you, protecting you, lifting you, and leading you into a season where everything finally makes sense. Stay close to God, stay open, stay in prayer. Your miracle has already started. God says, God message, urgent message only for you. God says, God is saying you are opening this special message sent by heaven, and the moment your eyes landed on these words, the entire atmosphere around you shifted in a way you cannot see but your spirit can feel. This message is not an accident, not random, not something that just appeared, but something heaven pushed directly into your path because something extremely important is happening around you right now. God says that you must not tell anyone about this because the message contains something only for your soul, something your heart was waiting for. Something your spirit has been crying out for. God says that what you are reading is the gentle but urgent whisper of heaven guiding you so nothing goes wrong with you. You are safe, you are protected, and you are seen, but you must not skip this. God says, something very bad is about to happen in 20 minutes if you skip this message, not to frighten you, not to harm you, not to make you panic, but because heaven wants to prevent it. God is begging you in His gentleness, open this fully before 11:59 p.m. because the moment you do, divine intervention begins working in your favor. God says He knows how tired your heart is. You are strong, but even strong people break in silence. You hold so much inside you that you never speak about. And heaven has been watching the way you walk through every challenge with grace even when you feel like collapsing. God says you don't deserve the way people treated you. You don't deserve the misunderstandings, the burdens, the loneliness, or the pressure that keeps repeating itself in cycles. You don't deserve the nights you cried quietly so nobody would notice. And that is why heaven has stepped in at this very moment. God says He is rearranging what was meant to harm you and turning it into something that will uplift you. But this message must be read fully, because your spirit is being opened, aligned, and recalibrated through every word. God says someone around you has been carrying an energy of confusion, chaos, and emotional heaviness that keeps interfering with your peace. You didn't notice it directly, but heaven did. God says that because your soul is sensitive, you feel shifts before they happen, but sometimes you doubt your intuition. Heaven is confirming, your intuition has been right all along. Something hidden was moving silently around your environment, and if you had skipped this message, that hidden energy would have reached you in a painful way. God says this is why He called you here now. You are not here by coincidence. You were summoned by divine timing. God says you have been asking for a sign. Something inside you has been whispering, God, please show me what to do. And heaven responded by orchestrating this moment at the exact right second. God says your prayer didn't go unnoticed. Every tear, every frustration, every fear, every silent question, heaven collected it. Heaven saw the moment you almost gave up. Heaven saw the moment you tried to stay calm even when everything around you was falling apart. Heaven saw the moment you were mistreated but stayed silent to keep peace. Heaven watched how you protected others while nobody protected you. And because of that, heaven is now protecting you in a way you have never experienced before. God says that what is coming into your life will replace everything you lost. Nothing that left you was ever meant for your future. Whatever was removed because greater things are arriving. God is preparing blessings so heavy that your enemies won't understand how they happened. God says you have been marked for divine favor, chosen for protection, handpicked for a miracle that was delayed only because your spirit was not ready yet. But now the timing is aligned. Now the path is cleared. Now the storm has served its purpose. Now heaven is ready. God says do not fear the next 20 minutes. Heaven is not warning you to scare you. Heaven is warning you to protect you. God says that if you had ignored this message, something would have gone in the wrong direction, but because you opened it, because you listened, because your heart was sensitive enough to respond, heaven is shifting everything. You are safe. You are protected. Nothing will go wrong with you. God says that what seemed like danger is being turned into a blessing. What seemed like a threat is being uprooted. What seemed like harm is dissolving into nothing. Your angels are now surrounding you on every side. Archangel Michael stands near you, guarding the space around you so tightly that no negative energy, no hidden intention, no unknown attack can reach you. God says He has been waiting for you to trust Him. You always try to handle things alone, but God says you don't have to anymore. Heaven is stepping in. Heaven is working behind the scenes. Heaven is touching areas of your life you thought were impossible to change. God says you are not unlucky. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not rejected. You are chosen. You are protected. You are aligned with something bigger than you understand. God says everything you went through this year was not a punishment but a preparation. The people who left were not your loss, they were God's protection. The delays you faced were not failures, they were God's timing. The pain you endured was not the end, it was the beginning of your transformation. And now, Heaven is saying enough is enough. Now blessings must enter. Now your peace must return. Now your destiny must open. God says you are stepping into a season where everything stolen from you will be restored in double, peace in double, joy in double, financial blessings in double, opportunities in double, connections in double, love in double. God says you have been carrying a burden that wasn't even yours. Someone placed expectations, fears, and responsibilities on your shoulders without understanding how much you were hurting inside. Heaven says that burden is being lifted right now. A spiritual release is happening for you at this very moment. Something heavy is leaving your energy. Something dark is breaking off your path. Something that was blocking you is being removed. Heaven is clearing the road ahead. God says someone who thought you were weak is about to witness your strength. Someone who spoke negatively about you is about to see God elevate you. Someone who underestimated your worth is about to regret losing you. Someone who walked away from you will soon realize they walked away from the greatest blessing they ever had. God says your value is far greater than what they saw. You are divinely crafted, spiritually protected, and chosen for a destiny that cannot be blocked by anyone. God says stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your future. Stop doubting your worth. Heaven says you are rising, even if you don't feel it yet. You are healing, even if the scars remain. You are protected, even if you feel alone. You are moving forward, even if you feel stuck. God says everything is shifting in your favor in silence. You will understand it soon. God says before 11:59 p.m., something spiritually powerful will happen around you. A release. A sign. A shift. A feeling. A message. Something small but unmistakable will touch your spirit to confirm that heaven is working. God says you will not face the danger that was approaching you. The moment you opened this, it was cancelled. God says trust Him. Pray to Him. Believe in Him. You are safe, you are protected, and nothing will go wrong with you. Heaven is with you, surrounding you, embracing you, lifting you. God says you are entering a new chapter. And no force on earth can stop it now, beloved. As you open this message in this very moment, something in the atmosphere shifts around you. God is saying that He has been waiting for the exact second your eyes reach these words, because this is not a message meant for the world. This is not something you should share or reveal to anyone. This is sacred, reserved, sealed, and delivered to you alone. Heaven has whispered your name repeatedly, and the moment you opened this, the whisper turned into a call. God says He is drawing you closer because something around you is trying to block the blessing scheduled for you. Something is trying to interfere with what God is preparing in the spiritual realm. And God refuses to let you walk into the next hours of your life blind or unprotected. God says, "My child, your heart has been heavy. You've been carrying things in silence. You feel like no one sees what you're going through. But I see everything. I see the private tears. I see the worries that try to control your thoughts. I see the threats that the enemy has lined around your destiny trying to access you through fear. And I am telling you with urgency, do not skip my message. I brought you here because heaven is moving on your behalf right now. As you read further, you may feel a shift, a warmth, a presence, a feeling that someone is standing close to you. That is not your imagination. God says He has placed an angel near you, even as you read this, because the next 20 minutes are spiritually sensitive. Something had been planned against you, something dark, something meant to cause you emotional damage, financial loss, or deep disappointment. But God says, I will not let my child fall into any trap that has been set without warning. The reason you opened this message right now is because I am canceling what was meant to harm you. God says there is something that was supposed to go wrong today, something small that could lead to something bigger, something that would open the door to confusion or fear. But because you obeyed the tug you felt in your spirit to open this, heaven is intervening. God is saying, you are safe with me. You are shielded with my presence. Nothing will go wrong with you as long as you trust me. You may have noticed that recently, you've been sensing an unusual heaviness around you. People have been acting differently. You've been questioning intentions, relationships, opportunities, and even your own direction. God says that's because the spiritual realm around you has been shifting rapidly, and your soul has been picking up signals that your mind couldn't explain. God is now explaining it to you. You are entering a season of revelation. I am about to show you truths that were hidden. I am about to expose intentions you did not know. I am about to open your eyes to the paths that lead to your blessings and close the ones leading to disappointment. But God also says something more intense. The enemy became restless the moment I released certain blessings with your name on them. The enemy attempted to rush a spiritual attack to stop what I am preparing next in your life. That is why I brought you to this message in this moment. Had you ignored this message, something delayed or disappointing would have tried to approach you today. But because you opened this, my protection covers you completely. God says that what you are about to step into requires a heart free from fear, and that is why He is reminding you of this. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are covered. I have assigned spiritual protection around your house, your path, your family, your finances, and your sleep. You may think that some of the battles you've been facing were random. But God says none of it was random. The attacks came because your blessings are close. God says, whenever I prepare something powerful for my child, the enemy tries to shake their confidence. But I am restoring your strength. I am lifting your spirit. I am touching your mind. I am calming the noise. I am silencing the fear. God says He has been waiting for you to open a message that contains the spiritual energy you need for the next hours, because what's coming for you is not small. You are stepping into a doorway of divine timing, and God is reorganizing things around you. He is removing people who do not deserve access to your heart. He is shifting situations that were stagnant. He is repairing things that felt broken. He is guiding your steps more precisely than ever. But God says something very important. You must not doubt me in this hour. You must not skip the voice of God when I am trying to save you from unnecessary pain. God knows your thoughts. He knows your worries. He knows that sometimes you pray but wonder if He hears you. God says, everything you prayed about was heard. None of your prayers went unnoticed, not even the silent ones that you whispered in your heart when you didn't know how to speak them. You have been carrying a weight that was never meant to be yours alone. God says, I am lifting that weight off you right now. Feel that deep breath you just took. That sudden sense of calm or warmth that touched you, is heaven's confirmation that God is near. There is someone whose actions or words have been affecting your emotions. God says He is stepping between you and any negativity sent toward you. He is blocking their intentions. He is shielding your spirit. He is protecting your peace. God says, no weapon formed against you will prosper, especially today. There is something God has planned for you, a breakthrough, a blessing, a financial uplift, a major shift in your path. And this blessing has a specific timeline. Heaven works with divine timing, and today carries a spiritual alignment. That is why this message reached you before 11:59 p.m. God says, this is a moment of spiritual intervention. This is a moment where I am resetting what was meant to go wrong. You may not realize it, but heaven has been rearranging things around you since last night. Angels were sent to guard your doors. Divine protection was released over your name. And the moment you opened this message, the last piece of protection was put in place. God says you are not alone. You are not in danger. You are safe, completely safe, because God Himself is guarding your path. Walk without fear. He says. Move without hesitation. Trust me in every step. I am with you in the unseen, in the moments when your heart races, in the moments you question everything. I am there. I am covering you. God says, I am opening a path for you that no human can block. What I prepared for you will reach you. No delay will stop it. No negative intention will divert it. No spiritual battle will overpower it. You may feel a tingling in your hands or warmth in your chest. That is a sign that God's presence is touching you. That is a sign that heaven is active. That is a sign that God is aligning your spirit with peace, not fear. God says He wants you to trust Him more today than ever. Something good is coming. Something unexpected. Something that will make you say, God, only you could have done this. You are not far from your breakthrough. You are not far from your blessing. You are not far from the moment where everything makes sense. Right now, heaven is preparing a shift for you, a divine rearrangement. A blessing that was delayed is being released. A situation that was stuck is beginning to move. A door that was closed is unlocking. And all because you obeyed the spiritual urgency to open this message. Beloved, God says again and again, you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are protected. You are seen. You are loved. You are guided. You are chosen. You are surrounded by divine light. And every negative energy is being removed from your path right now. God is with you, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will overcome the one who walks with God. My beloved, breathe slowly for a moment, because what you are about to read is being whispered into your spirit right now with an urgency that cannot be ignored. God is speaking, not through thunder or lightning, not through overwhelming fear, but through a soft yet commanding voice that is reaching you exactly at this precise second. This is not an accident. This is not random. This is not a coincidence. Heaven waited for you to open this. Heaven has been watching how many times you almost skipped, how many times you felt something pulling you away. Distracting you, disturbing you, delaying you. But the moment you finally opened this, a shift happened in the unseen world around you. God says, my child, you are opening what was meant for you since the beginning of this day. I have been waiting for you. I have been calling you. You almost missed this, but you didn't. And because you didn't, I am coming closer to you now. There is something extremely important that God wants you to understand. Right now, in the spiritual realm, there is movement happening around your life. Movement you cannot see with physical eyes, but you can feel it in your spirit. That strange heaviness you felt earlier? That sudden emotional exhaustion? That sudden change in your mood? That unexpected silence in your environment? Those were not random. Those were signs. Those were warnings. Those were signals from heaven prompting you to pay attention, because something was approaching you quietly, secretly, slowly, something that was never from God, something that was meant to distract you, mislead you, harm your peace, or pull you away from your divine track. And God says that you opening this message right now has interrupted that process. You may not realize it, but in this very moment, you are standing at a spiritual border. One step in the wrong direction leads to turmoil. One step in the right direction leads to breakthrough, restoration, abundance, and divine protection. And God is pulling you, guiding you, urging you to step in the right direction before 11:59 p.m. Because there is a timing attached to this message that heaven does not want you to miss. God says, "Listen to me, my child. Don't rush. Don't ignore. Don't question why this message reached you now. Just receive it. Just open your heart, because what I am about to reveal is meant to save you." Right now, heaven sees something forming in the spirit that was supposed to hit your life in the next 20 minutes, something that would have drained you, confused you, misled you, or shaken your peace. It could have come through a conversation, a thought, a message, a sudden feeling, or even a decision made in emotional haste. But because you opened this, God says, I am standing between you and what was planning to reach you. God says He is not warning you to scare you, He is warning you to protect you. That thing that was forming cannot touch you anymore, but God needs you to remain spiritually awake for the next few hours, because the shift is happening fast, and your spirit needs to stay aligned. God says, I am stepping into the situation you cannot see, the one happening behind your back, the one whispered in secret places, the one that was forming quietly and dangerously. I will not allow it to unfold. I will not allow it to continue. I will not allow it to succeed. Because your spirit called out to me even when your mouth did not. You have been tired lately, haven't you? Not just physically, spiritually. You have been feeling drained, disconnected, unsure, overwhelmed by thoughts that aren't yours, feelings that don't belong to you, burdens that are too heavy for your soul. And God says that He saw all of that. He saw how you kept going. He saw how you kept pushing. He saw how you tried to hold on even when you didn't fully understand what you were holding on to. God says, you felt alone, but I was standing behind you. You felt ignored, but I was listening. You felt unseen, but I was watching over you. And now, I am stepping forward. This message is heaven's interruption. This is God placing His hand on your day. This is God stopping something before it reaches you. This is God stepping into your timeline to redirect something that was never meant for you. And He says to you right now, my child, don't be afraid. Nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe with me. Just trust me and keep reading. Heaven has been watching the spiritual atmosphere around you intensify. Certain energies, certain intentions, certain people's emotions, certain whispered conversations have been shifting. Someone has been thinking about you heavily. Someone has been looking at you with a mixture of confusion and envy. Someone has been carrying emotions about you that they have not spoken. Someone has been sending a certain energy your way, an energy of heaviness, frustration, or longing. But God says none of that will touch you, because His hand is already covering you. There is also someone who tried to appear calm around you, but inside them, there is a storm connected to you. They don't know how to handle the emotions you trigger. They don't know what to do about you. They don't know how to let you go, and they don't know how to face you. Their silence carries weight, and their thoughts are restless. But God says, "Be still. I am handling what you cannot see." Your heart has been trying to understand why certain things suddenly slowed down, why certain conversations stopped, why certain connections became silent, why certain energies shifted, why certain people pulled away. But heaven reveals that all of this was for your protection. Something was being rearranged. Something was being filtered. Something was being corrected. God says, "You think you lost something, but I removed what was going to harm you." You think someone abandoned you, but heaven reveals, "I separated you to save you." You think something broke, but God says, "No, I redirected it." In the next few hours, your spirit will begin to feel lighter. The heaviness that has been sitting on your chest will begin to lift. The confusion you felt in your mind will begin to clear. The emotional fog will begin to dissolve. Your intuition will sharpen again. Your senses will awaken. Your clarity will return. God says, this is your spiritual reset. Something new is coming toward you, something heaven approved. Something destined, something aligned with your purpose, and something protected. But before that arrives, something old must fully detach from you, something that has been draining, something that has been pulling your energy silently, something that has been blocking your blessings without you even realizing it. God says, I am breaking that connection tonight. Before 11:59 p.m., it will be done. There is a miracle forming, but its timing is delicate. Your spirit needs to stay aligned so that you don't miss it. God says a blessing is approaching you like a soft wind, quiet, gentle, yet unmistakable. You will feel it emotionally before you see it physically. Heaven says that in the coming days. Someone may reach out with unexpected words, unexpected honesty, or unexpected emotion. God is preparing a restoration, a revelation, or a realignment that will surprise you. Something hidden will come to light. Something unclear will become clear. Something delayed will begin moving. God says, I am not just protecting you tonight. I am positioning you. Your next spiritual elevation is beginning. Your next breakthrough is already forming. Your next abundance is already written. Your next protection is already activated. But for it to unfold fully, God needs you connected to Him right now, not distracted, not fearful, not confused. He needs your heart open, your spirit listening, and your faith awake. He says gently, I am not warning you to make you afraid. I am warning you to make you prepared. Trust me. Stay with me. Pray to me. I am covering you. Tonight, before 11:59 p.m., something will shift in your atmosphere. You will feel a release. You will feel a strange calm. You will feel a clarity that you didn't have earlier. God's presence will surround you quietly, softly, strongly. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will go wrong with you. God says, you are safe. You are protected. You are chosen. And you are not alone.